thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense will go on the attack first. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Wolverines are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Finds his tight end. Bringing it back. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On the ground, it's locked. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires it incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Pulls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly...
Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Takes the handoff. It's locked. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nestles it in at the 35. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Michigan! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's locked. There he goes. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Ingram. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Pressure coming. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. The punt is headed out of bounds, and that is good news when you have someone as dangerous as he is returning. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Here's the give off the left side. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, there's not a defensive coordinator in America that on 3rd and 10 is not thinking about pass. You bring in your pass packages, rush the passer. How about this offense? Run the football right at you for the big gain, pick up the first down, catching this defense off guard.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going right to work up top. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Broncos will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Catch in the middle, it's Dog. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time to work, and not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Oh, he makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Boy, they've have been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rush is on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got it. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Going for it all. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
They really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Bring in the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Broncos decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Got room at the 35. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been over.
Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Finds some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Western Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Breaks into the open. He's now up to 83 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He wants it all. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They're working that left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking for room, it's Harris. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Running it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Western Michigan, 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That's caught. It's Caldwell. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw.
There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
I know he thinks he can house every return, and sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Gonna run it. It's Caldwell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. And they'll just down it right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense.